Hi there Pisces, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your work and money reading for July. I'm going to give these cards a shuffle and first of all get an overarching energy, the theme for you in work and money. We'll then pull your cards for work with clarifiers, ooh, the devil, and then some for your finance as well. Right behind that, guys, on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. There could be something that is holding you back from new opportunities. Now, it could be a manipulative energy in the workplace, or this could be even your spending habits that is holding you back from being able to get some financial commitments, investments, a home, buy that thing that you've always wanted to. So let's see what else comes up. We have got, I'm not doing reversals today, guys. We've got the Eight of Swords. Yeah, okay, there goes that stuck energy, and here comes your clarity to overcome that. Yeah, and then the Hanged Man. Yeah, so we do have that sense of, you know, stuck or stagnation. It's something to do with that devil energy, not being able to move forward onto those opportunities, whether that's in work or your finances that you desire. But the Queen of Swords, guys, can definitely help you with that because she sees the big picture. You know, she's a visionary. So let's get your specific money messages out. Okay, Four of Cups. Oh, I love it. Finishing on the Sun. Well, the worst is definitely over, guys. You know, you have been dealing with a harder time. Wheel of Fortune, there's probably some kind of life lesson in it, you know, that you needed to learn. The luck is now changing, right? That wheel is going to shift. And where is it shifting, guys? In the direction of the Sun. So that's pretty good, guys. I mean, obviously you've been journeying something a bit more difficult, but those are beautiful cards to let you know that the worst is over and now you're sort of moving in a much more positive direction. So let's get the clarifiers, starting with clarifying the Eight of Swords. With the Queen of Cups, you know, keeping in mind that, you know, the swords, guys, it's the suit of the intellect, the mind, and it can be our own self-limiting thoughts and beliefs that have held us back. The devil can talk about those illusions as well. We have got the Lovers. Yeah, it's going to take a big decision, a big shift for you to move out of this, whatever it is. Let's clarify that Hanged Man. There it goes. And what's that big shift? A Ten of Swords completion. Interesting, guys. Oh, and look, it's at the bottom of this deck, the Tower. There needs to be a change, guys, and we will need to heed the Ten of Swords ending, the completion, because if we don't change our ways, that's when we get the Tower moments come, and that's when the universe steps in to shake things up. Now, guys, I'm just going to grab one more for the Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups combo here. I can see where everything else is going. Too many, guys. That was the Wheel of Fortune again, though, the one that was face down. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups, please. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Here we go. Temperance. Yeah, definitely need to bring things back into balance, guys. That devil energy has somehow put things out of balance in work and money for you. Yeah, so the devil is your overarching theme or energy. Like, it is a caution to the wind in terms of, you know, financial spending, investing and things like that. This particular month, you know, really need to be really discerning about the opportunities that we are taking and where we're putting our money and things like that, because the devil can indicate like illusionary energy. It can be an opportunity looking really good on the outside, but if we don't dig deeper and see the big picture and really be that seeker of truth, then sometimes, you know, we can end up in a situation that doesn't have our best interests at heart. It might not be everything that it seems. So be very, very discerning if you are investing money or if you are following a new opportunity this month. The devil can indicate that maybe there has been you know, a debt issue as well, or challenges in the workplace Some of you could have been dealing with manipulative energies as well with the devil, or it can also indicate your own self-limiting beliefs about your potential in the workplace, or your potential to get ahead as well. So over here, guys, just going to start in this position here. We have the Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups with Temperance. So I can see there has been a certain amount of feeling stuck or limited with that Eight of Swords energy. The Hanged Man in the spread also can be that sense of being stuck or suspended and not being able to move forward. So I think you've been kind of seeking that clarity, seeking that wisdom, or you will be seeking that wisdom in order to release yourself from some kind of feeling stuck. And the devil energy is the thing that keeps you bound, which can be your own self-limiting beliefs. This is the Eight of Swords. It can talk about feeling like a bit of a martyr, feeling hard done by, feeling like the victim. If you have been, dare I say it, screwed over by somebody or made a bad investment in the past, sometimes we can really feel like that. We can think, why me, but we can get caught up in that sort of self-perpetuating cycle, and then we can kind of attract more of it or feel stuck. So that's what we want to release ourselves from. There is a clear path out of this we see here, and it's really up to you to put in the action to overcome self-limiting mindsets and things like that. And I think that's what the Queen of Cups is all about. I mean, the Queen of Cups is somebody who is really, really emotionally intelligent. So because she is really intuitive, compassionate, grounded, emotionally intelligent, she's generally going to look beyond the surface when she makes decisions, when she decides to pursue an opportunity, when she's dealing with people. So I really think you need to sort of tune into the Queen of Cups and really be looking, almost being like qualifying people in terms of their intentions, right? We really want to see that the people that we're joining forces with in the workplace are going to have our best interests at heart. So that's what the Queen of Cups is here to help you with. She's also the force that can kind of bring this sort of this energy under control, because she's quite the opposite. She's really emotionally stable, she's secure, she's unshakable. She's also, as I mentioned before, highly intuitive. And you'll notice that the person in the Eight of Swords here is bound around the third eye, the heart and the gut. So there's a sense of when we kind of get into that downward spiral of mind, thoughts and analysing and things like that, we can tune out from our intuition, and then again we can't make good decisions for ourselves because we're not listening to our inner intuition. And that's kind of what the devil energy can do to us. It can push us into the mind rather than into our energy centres. But temperance is the energy that is going to do just that, to temper the situation, to balance it, to bring awareness to it. It's the angel to the devil, right? It's the angel that's coming in to temper that situation, to rebalance it, to release you from this kind of prison, this mental prison, this stress over whatever it is that you're journeying in work and money that has been an illusion, has been a toxic energy for you. Temperance is about sort of doing that internal alchemy, getting in a really good place physically, mentally and emotionally. And from that place, that's when, you have a better chance of moving forward, because we're seeing things rationally, we're seeing things clearly. And that path forward or out of this that you couldn't see when you were in Eight of Swords starts to reveal itself. So that's pretty perfect right there, guys. Now, Pisces, in the center here, which could be kind of the focus, we've got the Queen of Swords and the Lovers. So the focus here is all about gaining clarity, seeing the blind spots, seeing the big picture, seeing the truth. And that's what's going to allow you to kind of cut through this devil energy, to cut it out. You might need to set some very clear boundaries against somebody or something, and that might even be yourself, Pisces, right? If you are overspending or making bad decisions, that boundary has to be made with yourself, right? And it's by making these good decisions, it's by seeing the big picture, it's by getting all the information before we move ahead in anything, whether it's contractual agreements or new investments and things like that. That's when we can transform the situation, because we have all the information, right? Butterfly crown, transformation. Now the Lovers here, guys, for me, this has nothing to do necessarily with soulmate energy. This is, before it was a card of just soulmates and love in the tarot, it's a card of big decisions, big heartfelt decisions. Some of you might need to make a big decision in order to release yourself from the situation. It could be that I need to leave this job. I need to remove myself from a person. I might need to let an investment go that hasn't served me or that is draining my financial resources. So I feel like there is a decision that needs to be made after you've seen the big picture. You can see all the pieces, you can see where they're falling. You know, you'll be able to see, almost connect the dots in hindsight. There's going to be a greater vision that's going to come to you of how everything really is, because I think before you were quite happy to sort of play in the illusionary energy, whereas now you're going to see things for whatever they are. The masks are coming off, and then I think there's going to be a big decision that needs to happen, and that decision is going to be around freeing yourself, and I think it's going to be a Ten of Swords ending, guys. But just keep in mind that Wheel of Fortune that had to be seen before we put the cards down. This is what is required to turn the wheel, to turn your luck, right? There's something that needs to change. There's something that needs to end, a cycle. I mean, there's quite likely that there was a karmic contract in this or a lesson for you, and you've learned that now. So it's time for change. So in order to release yourself from that position of the Hanged Man, we need to complete something. Ten of Swords, completion. And the Ten of Swords can be a harder ending. It can be because there has been a betrayal. Devil energy can definitely feel like betrayal. Betrayal of the self or betrayal by somebody else, a deception. Information that was held from you purposely for the other person or party to get themselves in a better position. And as a result of that, your position decreases. So it could be something like that, but you're saying no more, you know, and it's by putting your foot down, drawing those clear boundaries, knowing the truth, you know, that's when we start to have that aha moment. That's when we become enlightened, and that's what releases us from that feeling of being stuck. That's what illuminates that path forward in the Temperance energy. So the Hanged Man here, you know, hangs from that tree of knowledge to seek the knowledge to release. You know, it's a kind of like the Queen of Swords energy in a way, in terms of it's about getting vision and clarity in order to make a strategic move forward. The Hanged Man waits and seeks, and when all that information is there, you know, the light goes on and he or she knows what to do to release themselves from this and to complete the cycle as well. Because if we flip up the Hanged Man, you'll notice it's the same posture that the Dancer on the World card has. So there's a sense that we need to complete a cycle in order to release. A big completion. So this is an ending, guys, and it can be painful. There can be hurts associated with it, but in the Ten of Swords is the reminder that there is that new dawn, the new day. There is that eclipse that wants to kind of take you into that new beginning. But first of all, we have to go through the hard bit, and that could look like confronting somebody. You know, like I said, leaving the job, letting go of an investment or something like that, something that you thought was going to serve you, but there's a release that needs to happen. So over in your finances here, guys, we've got the Sun and we've got the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups is interesting because it sees you potentially being a lot more discerning now, right? That person in the Four of Cups is being offered another offering. Yeah, I know it's cups, guys, but it's an offering. There could be somebody that's trying to tempt you. Oh, you know, buy this, or, you know, go for this opportunity. It's going to fulfill you. But you are now being discerning, and you're pulling your energy away from opportunities, offerings, or investments, or whatever it is that you know are not going to be good for you. So I think that's a really good sign. It's a sense of you're not just going for everything that comes your way. You're using your you're actually, you know, really tuning into what is going to work for you, and because you're wanting to manifest from a different place now, and you're wanting to set down a new foundation that's built on opportunities that are authentic to you, that feel on purpose. And the Sun here, guys, just says, look, you know, whatever hardships you have faced in your financial situation, the worst is over, and you're turning a new page now. The Sun is known to be the most positive card in the tarot, guys. You know, it says you've arrived, and it's also about rebirth. You're really moving into a new chapter, and you have almost like a sense of being able to start again, to turn a new page after releasing that toxicity, whatever that is for you. So the Sun is about manifesting more. It's about abundance. It says that everything will be okay. It's not necessarily going to be easy, but it will be okay if you do take those steps that you need, make the right decisions for you, draw the right boundaries. That's when there will be victory. amongst victory over the situation is what I'm trying to say here, guys. So love the Sun to end your reading. We will also pull 1 or 2 oracle cards to close out, guys, just to see what the overarching message might be. Oh, yep, this feels very good for this. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yeah, like you might be breaking a chain of toxicity or always making the same kind of errors when it comes to your finances and work. And this is a good sense. This is about the rebirth, saying that you're not going to make those same mistakes. You're rewriting the future. This is alchemy in practice. It's what the Temperance energy is, doing that alchemy for you. And one more. Oh, we've had this for another sign today. Boundaries, absolutely. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You know, that's what the Queen of Swords is also about, using that sword of victory and power to cut out what doesn't serve, to draw clear lines in the sand between you and whatever is not working, whatever is trying to hold power over you or manipulate you, cutting that out and removing yourself and not allowing that into your energy field. Okay, Pisces, I love that reading for you. Got the Sun at the end of it. That really is the healing light coming out for you. Do keep in mind I'm reading for a collective, guys. It won't be everyone's reading, and that's okay. Don't make it fit if it's not yours this month. Feel free to leave me a comment. I do try and respond to them all. I do read them all. It helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I'll see you back here next month for another work and money reading.